Alrighty, hello and hopefully welcome to, here we go. I think we're looking pretty good here. The FIFA Club World Cup, we're back. I'm back with a deadline stream. Get your comments in. I'll try and answer them. I'm just trying to work it on my phone at the moment as we speak. My phone is I'm just checking I've got enough charge to facilitate this. And I think I do. Yes, I can see myself on the screen. That's good. I'm at mum's. I'm not at home. So the image quality of the camera may be a little bit off because I haven't mucked around too much with the settings. And let me know if the microphone is fine, which hopefully it is as well. And I'm just trying to see if this will reload so I can actually see what's going on here. Let's try that again. Let's load that up. Yes, I think I sound okay, which is good. All right. Hello and welcome. Let's do it, eh? FIFA Club World Cup. I'm here for it. I've had about 4 or 5 beers. I should have got FPL have a beer on. Would have probably made for a lot more sense than what I'm currently doing at the moment. Please get your comments in because I've found the Club World Cup in general to be really hard graft to get excited about because of the fact that it's not FPL. And I just feel like some of the teams have just been taking the mickey. And for that reason, I just don't know how I feel about it. Hopefully, when I click this button and it goes to the correct screen, I hope this goes to the correct screen because if it doesn't, I've really stuffed this up. And a moment of truth, has it gone to the right screen? I'm just waiting for it to click over on my delayed feed. Is this the word? I've forgotten how hard it is to do a deadline stream on my laptop without being able to see what's actually on the screen. I sound like Heineken. Yes, I definitely sound like... Oh, look, I've even managed to get the right screen on. I'm doing all right, Rahi. It's been a slow start, but here we are. I'm going to fix this team. This is not the team I'm going into the thing with. So get in your comments who you reckon I should actually have in this team because I'm really intrigued to know. Hold on, I'm just going to crack open a beer as well. I'm going to whack that microphone down. Hopefully I still remain in screenshot. I'm going to whack the comments up so I can see what the hell's going on. It might just be me and you right here. This would be really funny. We could just do a stream by ourselves. Hopefully a few more people would join as it gets going. Just smash a like though. I'd try and get YouTube to like what's going on here. Oh my God, I can't even get... Hold on, there we go. I found an extra beer. That can hold up the messages so I can see what the hell's going on. All right, there we go. All right. And yeah, all right, sweet. So yeah, we're sponsored by, we're not sponsored by anyone actually. This channel is not sponsored by anyone. However, I'm just trying to check I've got myself back in the camera. I've got a few problems here. I feel like I'm out of the camera. No, I'm back in the camera. I'm coming back, I think. I hope. Yeah, we're back. I told you the stream's going to be loose, Rahi. I was contemplating whether to do it all day long, but here we are, and I've made it happen. And a few people are starting to join, which is good. So please keep joining. Please get your comments in. Who should I change in this team? That is the question. And I think it comes down to who you think is going to win the knockout stages. I've got Man City winning the tournament. I don't know why. I just think that if Pep Roulette can do what he did the first 3 rounds, I think they're a pretty safe bet of going most of the way. And they've actually looked pretty damn good, it has to be said. I know it's so hard to gauge. I haven't watched a game of football. I'm just lying at this point. Basically saying that I sound like I know what I'm talking about. I don't actually know what I'm talking about in this game at all. All I can tell you is that Fantasy Premier League's not far away. The game is currently updating, and this filler that is the Club World Cup is not going to last forever. But I want to try and get a bit better because I've been absolutely woeful in this league. 35,000 is a crap rank. So we need to fix this team. Let's fix the team. Let's do some transfers now. I've got the card here ready to go. Now, I asked the card earlier whether it thinks Man City or Real Madrid will win the Club World Cup. So I went yes and no, and just checking it, just going to do the same thing as I did earlier. The answer is it's going to be no. So don't take my predictions correctly, because my predictions were that Man City will verse PSG in the final now. However, I don't think that's going to happen. So hold on. Let's go to my predictions really quickly here. I think from memory, if we go to... Actually, I've got no idea. Oh, hold on. There we go. Play. All right, let's go back. All right, no, that's the wrong one. Go back to play, and then let's go to the bracket challenge. All right, here we go. Open link in new tab. There we go. These are my links. Ask if PSG will win the Club World Cup or not. I like it, Rahi. Let's do it. PSG win the Club World Cup. Yes? No? No. Wow. We're going to get some random... It was a no. I can't believe that. It's the card's on it. I should have asked the card. Actually, let's ask the card. Each. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to do some next level here. I'm going to rechange my bracket, the second chance bracket that I did. So at the moment, my second chance bracket looks like this. So I'll just minimize that a little bit so it hopefully shows up on screen a little bit more. So at the moment, I've got Palmeiras beating Botafogo, Benfica losing to Chelsea, Inter losing to Fluminense, Man City beating Al Hilal, PSG beating Inter Miami, Flamengo losing to Bayern, Borussia Dortmund beating, I think that's Monterrey, and Real Madrid beating Juventus. Then I've gone Madrid beating Dortmund, PSG beating Bayern, City beating Fluminense, Chelsea versus Palmeiras, Man City beating Chelsea, PSG beating Real Madrid, and then Man City beating Real Madrid. That's what I predicted. We're going to reset it. We're going to ask the card. I can't believe we're doing this. I'm just going to do it because my first round predictions were rubbish. All right, so let's ask it the first question. Palmeiras, Botafogo. I don't even know how you say that. All right, let's have a look. All right, Botafogo is going to win that. So I'm going to change my tip on that. Next one, Benfica versus Chelsea. Imagine if this actually comes off and these are all correct guesses. It'll be unbelievable. So hold on. That was Chelsea. That was Benfica. I got that right, yeah? All right. It reckons Benfica's going to beat Chelsea. Okay. All right. That's an interesting... All right. The card. Let's see how good the card is. Let's be honest. Next one, we've got Inter versus Fluminense. All right, it's going with Fluminense. I did predict Fluminense in my original predictions. All right, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Manchester City versus Al Hilal. All right, I think the card's lost the plot. The card reckons Al Hilal, but I'm going to ignore Al Hilal because I just can't actually... You know what? Stuff it. I'm going to go Al Hilal. Let's do whatever the card reckons. If the card gets it horribly wrong, then we blame the card. PSG versus Inter Miami. All right, that's called PSG. So PSG is favoured by the card. Flamengo versus Bayern Munich. Wow. Okay. It reckons Flamengo's beating Bayern Munich. I tell you what, the card's doing the exact opposite of my draw. This is going to be quite funny. All right. Borussia Dortmund versus Monterrey. Borussia Dortmund. And Real Madrid versus Juventus. Real Madrid. All right, let's go to the next stage of the predictions. All right, let's go. Botafogo versus Benfica. All right, Benfica's going to beat Botafogo in there. Mate, Benfica having a good run here according to the card. I don't think it's got that correct. Fluminense versus Al Hilal. Fluminense. Imagine if this actually happens. You wouldn't be able to bet on this. PSG versus Flamengo. All right, the card's definitely lost it now. I reckon Flamengo's beaten PSG. Borussia Dortmund versus Real Madrid. Reckons Real Madrid's winning. I think I know where the card's going with this. It might have got a few of these counters wrong, but I reckon it's going to go with Real Madrid. Then we've got Benfica versus Fluminense. I think I got that right. Yep. All right, it reckons Fluminense is going to the final. That's hilarious. And then Flamengo versus Real Madrid. and Real Madrid are winning that. And Fluminense versus Real Madrid. And it reckons Real Madrid's winning. There we go. All right, I'm going to save that. That's the new predictions. That is based off the card flip. Let's see if I got it right. Imagine if the card flip predicts that Real Madrid wins the Club World Cup. There you go. That's all I'll say to that. Let's go back here. Let's go back to my team. Let's make this a little bit bigger so people can actually see what my team looks like. And all right, so we need to fix this now. So it reckons Real Madrid's going to win. And at the moment, I currently have no Real Madrid players in my team. So that is problematic. So if we go quickly back to what did it recommend again? So it reckoned PSG are going to get through for a couple of games. Flamengo's going to beat Bayern. I just can't see it. I can't see Man City losing. I hate to say it, the card, you've got it wrong. I still think Haaland's a really good pick here. And I think I'm probably a few City players short, to be honest. Who's Frady's play for? He plays for Fluminense. Now, I still think that Fluminense are really good against Inter. I'm quite happy keeping him because he's quite cheap. And I think I'm going to need a couple of cheap players in here. So he's fine. I might change out these guys for Botafogo, though. I'm not really too sure, to be honest. But I think potentially that is something I might look to do. It is interesting, though. But, yeah. PSG, honestly. They're interesting. I think PSG should be good. I quite like the 4 PSG players I've got. I think that it's good to have, because if games go to extra time, you want players that are going to have the potential for attacking returns. You don't really want goalkeepers, like for the games that you think are definitely going to be qualifying wins. Like Donnarumma, if it goes, for example, if that game goes to extra time, it probably isn't going to go to extra time. But if it does, then that's 120 minutes he's got to keep a clean sheet for. So I'm not sure that he can do that, is the honest answer to that. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. All right. So I think that maybe I might get rid of some of these Bayern players. What did the card reckon? So Bayern Munich play Flamengo, then they lose to PSG probably. Regardless of whether Bayern win this week or not, they're probably exiting the tournament at the quarterfinal stage. According to whatever predictions I was going to do anyway, I had them losing at the quarterfinals. So get rid of that. If I go back to, where are we? I need to go here. I need to get rid of these Bayern players. I think Kane can probably go, transfer out. I think Elise, I hate to say it, mate, but I think he probably needs to go as well. And I think Neuer probably needs to go as well. So that opens up a bit of money. I can probably get a few Real Madrid players in now. Let's have a look. Let's go to player pool. Let's go to, say, Real Madrid. Because if I think Real Madrid are going to keep winning, will Garcia keep starting? That's the question. Like, is Mbappe fit? Like, I don't know. I don't know anything about like what's going on there. I read up that Mbappe was out of hospital. He should be good to go. But is he going to come on and start like straight off the bat? I just can't see him coming straight back into the starting lineup. You would think that Garcia probably continues to start. And he's 5.1 mil. Like, he's dirt cheap. Yeah, I feel like that's, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe Courtois. No, but they're playing Juventus. I would expect Juventus to score against them, to be honest with you. Vinny finally delivered something. Like, when you look at the Real Madrid players, none of them have actually scored that many points. Like, they haven't kept a clean sheet. I don't think. No, they haven't kept a clean sheet, which is why Courtois is... Oh, no, he's on 15 points. They've kept one clean sheet, maybe. But, like, where's Trent? Trent Alexander-Arnold's done nothing in this Club World Cup. Where is he? He's not even there. Hold on. What's going on here? I know what's going on. Positions. I need to change that. Let's put in defender as well. All right. There we go. It looks a bit better. All right. So Trent's got 16 points. How has he got 16 points? What's he done? Has he done any? Oh, they kept the clean sheet the last game week, didn't they? All right. So he kept the clean sheet And, did he do something? He kept a clean sheet. See, this is classic Trent. Get a clean sheet, get subbed off. That's how he got the clean sheet there against Pachua. Okay, I understand what's going on here. I still don't know if Trent's actually that good of a pick, to be honest. Every time I actually put money on him in a bet to get some sort of to have a shot on goal, and he didn't even have a shot on goal, and he was played 90 minutes in the last game and didn't do nothing really. I think he had a couple of corners and that was about it. And they played Salzburg and they dominated that game. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think he's actually that good of a pick. I think I'll make this slightly bigger so people can hopefully see. There we go. It's probably a bit better, I think. Like what's Bellingham done? So he got 6 points the last match day, selected by 20%. I mean, he scored the goal, which is why he got 10 points, and he's pretty much done nothing other than that. He got an assist, obviously, in the last game, but he didn't do much outside of that. I don't know if he's that good of a pick, to be honest. Hey, buddy, how are you? Glory. Yeah, that's it. I tell you what, is there any danger of Man United making a signing, by the way? I know this is meant to be about the Club World Cup, but Brentford have wanted £62.5 million for Brian Mbeumo for the last month, and we keep on sitting there coming back with stupid offers, and we wonder why we don't sign players before the third game into the season. Like, honestly, something needs to be done there. If I was Amarin, I'd be ready to walk out of the club by now. Like, sign me some players, man. Sign me some actual players and get rid of the players he doesn't want. All right, I think I might put Garcia in here. If I put Garcia in, what's he done? So he started, where are we at? So he started the first game, got the goal against Al Hilal, played 90 minutes. Against Pachua, he played 45. I don't know if that means he started on the bench or he came on. And then against Salzburg, he obviously played the 2. He's only selected by 7.5% of the comp. Really, if I'm going to pick someone like that, I probably want someone that's under 5%. Yeah. What's Qatar? He's owned by 17%. There's no Real Madrid player you look at that's owned by no one. Like, they're all owned pretty heavily, like 5.5. How about Gula? I don't even know who this guy is. 4.8% ownership, so he's close. He got 4 points and he played 67 minutes. He played here and played 59. I mean, his minutes are just not secure, are they? Like 45 minutes. You can't be picking someone that doesn't play like literally 60 minutes. Vinny's been poor. Maybe Hodgson. What's he? 9.1%. Again, he's owned by everyone. Rudiger, 6.1%. Rodrigo, there's no one's going to be picking him, 1.6. But this dude's just been starting on the bench, hasn't he? Didn't play 1.7 points. How many minutes did he play in that game? 65. Salzburg, he played 23. That's just not what you want. Our Mbeumo story is competing with Mbappe ones here, 100%. Check Valverde. Where is he? Yeah, he's owned by heaps. Not 11%. He's owned by 11%, which I thought was interesting. I mean, Real Madrid have not been setting the world on fire, let's be honest. I mean, he's been pretty good the last 2 games. 74, 90. Valverde's, he plays centre mid, didn't he? He played 90 there, so he's probably almost 100% going to start. I feel like if I'm playing 7.5 million, I might as well just pay up an extra one. No, actually, I know it's a hard one. Oh, Garcia. Who's this guy? 5.5%. 4.9, and he's got, all right, this could be the play. This could be the pick. Hold on, 7. He got an assist there, and he got a clean sheet there. Because Garcia's been playing in like a wing-back position for Real Madrid, I think. 4.9 mil, I don't mind that. He's actually pretty cheap. Who can we put him in instead? Like Piquerez, he's owned by 3.6. If the card's got it right about Botafogo, maybe putting Garcia in might actually be a pretty good idea. Right, let's whack Garcia in. Let's go to, actually, hold on. Let's go to Borussia Dortmund because the card like Borussia Dortmund. And let's have a look at the brackets. So Borussia Dortmund, then they lose to Real Madrid. So you're only really having them for this round against Monterrey. You would expect them to go well against Monterrey. Yeah. What about Igor Jesus? Yeah, he could be all right, actually. He's been all right, hasn't he? Jesus, hold on. Let's get rid of these clubs. Get rid of those clubs. Let's have a look. Get rid of Borussia Dortmund. Let's have a look at Jesus. He's actually scored quite a few points. I don't know how many people will be going for him either. 12.9%. Again, he's owned by heaps of people. So who's he got? So he's got Palmeiras, and that's at midnight tonight. I mean, he could be good. Like results, he obviously did nothing against Atletico Madrid and they lost. He scored in the other two games. But Botafogo, I feel like they got super lucky against PSG. I just can't see them winning, if I'm being brutally honest. I just can't see them winning. I don't know why. I feel like Palmeiras... Who do Palmeiras play up front? I know the card reckons that Botafogo is going to win. I just think the card's wrong. So we'll ignore that because it reckons Man City's losing Al Hilal, and I disagree with that. All right, so who have they got up forward? Who's their forward? So they've got Lopez, who's done not much. I mean, this could be a pretty tight game. This could definitely go to like extra time, this game, I reckon. Estavio, isn't he the bloke that Chelsea signed? He is, isn't he? He's the guy that Chelsea signed. He's done nothing. He's under 5% ownership though, which is interesting. Yeah, I still like that pick against Inter. I don't know why. I just really like that pick. This guy though needs to go. So he's a Juventus midfielder. I don't think he's any good. He needs to go. I don't think Juventus are winning, so I've got to get him out of the team. All right, so I've got four players there I've got to find. I've got 32 million in the budget. So I can spend up. I think I really want, I don't know why, I feel like I really want Phil Foden. Don't know why. I just feel, I don't want Inter Miami. I want Man City. There we go. I think Foden's going to be really good, but he's probably owned by like 20%, 16.1%. I think that he's going to start. He's been benched the last two games, which means he's due for a start. I think it's a bit like Haaland. I think we can expect him to start as well. Mateus Nunes is actually a really good shout as well. Now, he has been, well, he played 1 minute in the first game, played 90 in the second, and he played 90 in the third, which means he's probably on the bench this week. Let's be honest. He's probably getting benched. I don't think he's actually a good pick now that I've seen that. This is the problem with Pep Roulette. You never know what you're going to get. Anton Gray. Okay, all right. Let's have a look at them. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of Manchester City. All right, so Anton. All right, defender. Let's have a look at him. All right, so he played, this is interesting. So he played the first game, played 90 minutes. Second game, he played 90 minutes. Third game, played 90 minutes. I think he could be in. That looks pretty good. Scouting bonus, lots to love there. Kukure is probably the one that misses out, you know. He's owned by 21%. And you never know what you're going to get with Chelsea. Let's whack him in. I like that. Scouting bonus. Fantastic. Let's whack that in. I low-key think I might grow a beard before Mbeumo actually starts. I reckon I could grow my hair to about my shoulder by the time we sign Mbeumo, if I'm being brutally honest. Let's be honest. So I'm sitting there, right? So I'm part of this, like, because I live in Australia, and I'm part of the Perth Man United supporters group. And in there, today everyone's like going, oh, you know, that's sitting there. I was like going, it's pathetic. We know that Brentford want this amount of money. They're not going to change it. They're under no pressure to sell. If we don't pay that the money that they're asking for, he's not coming. So either we accept that and we just pay the money, get the deal over and done with, Obviously, he still wants to come. If I was in Burmo right now, I'd be like, oh, mate, are these guys, are they actually joking that they're not going to pay up? Like, they've set the fee. It doesn't matter if no one else is in for him. He's still their player with 2 years left on his contract. If they don't agree the fee with Brentford, he's not coming. And if the fee's 62.5, which is what they pay for Cunha, just pay the damn money and get it over and done with, and then start getting rid of some of the players that we don't want. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. First bid was 30 days ago. Yeah, I know. Check Gray, John. Okay, all right. Yep, Gray. Let's have a look at Gray. Gray. Is Gray just like Gray? Why is nothing showing up for Gray? All right. Let's get rid of that for a second. Let's try John. All right, there's John. I'll have a look at John. Maybe you can give me some updates on what I should be exactly looking for Gray. And oh no, Guy. Oh my God, I can't. I've actually got glasses coming for like reading. For that reason. All right, so John Botafogo. Okay. The only problem is I've already got a goalkeeper in. I don't mind this. This could be good. All right. So he's kept two clean. Well, he's kept a clean. He obviously kept a clean sheet there. He's under 5% ownership. I don't mind that one, 4.6. It just depends on whether I think there's going to be goals in that. I would expect there to be goals in that game. I can't see that being 0-0. I mean, it could be 0-0. Who knows? I tell you what, I'm going to back it in, transfer him out. We'll get John in, and we'll start with John in goal. And then we'll get someone else, because that's going to save me 0.3 million. I like that. That's not bad. All right, let's check out Guy A.Y. now. There he is. Let's have a look. So, but the only problem is that he's for Palmeiras. So, I don't know if we want him. He didn't play either. Why didn't he play? So I'm either going all in on one of the teams or I'm going all in. So it's either Weathered, actually, maybe, but Freites is Fluminense. I like that one. That's 4.5%. Anton's under 5%. I like that as well. And Garcia, I mean, we could get rid of Garcia, but I feel like Real Madrid are definitely going to beat Real Madrid. Sorry. And I think maybe Garcia might be better because I won't need to sell him in the next round, if that makes sense. Yes, I got him. Guy, yep, that's the one. The thing is that people sit there and go, we're actually not going to have a pre-season. At the moment, we come back, I think the pre-season training starts not this Monday coming, but the Monday after. And at the moment, we're going to have Anthony coming back, Rashford coming back, Sancho coming back, Garnacho coming back, all reporting for first team training at Carrington, and the only new player coming in with him at the moment is Cunha. Now, don't get me wrong, if they don't sort that out, Amrin's on a hiding to nothing. Like, he's not going to have a preseason with the actual team that he wants. And if they go at the speed that they're going at, which is actually a snail's pace at the moment, I mean, the good news is Barcola's under 5% ownership. Now, I'm starting him because I think that he's probably not going to start. He's probably going to start on the bench, isn't he? He's going to start on the bench, isn't he? Is Barcola normally a starter for PSG, or am I just an absolute idiot thinking that he's a starter? I've only put him in because he's under 5% ownership, but I'm not 100% sure about him. Maybe we should just get rid of... Hold on. Oh, mate, if I watch that clown in goal for another game, I would actually sit there and play Tom Heaton goal. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Malacia. Oh, they just keep coming. They come out of the woodwork. You think you've got rid of some players, and then all of a sudden, they keep coming back. Malacia comes back. Hello, how you going? Hey, Peter, how are you, buddy? Good to see you in the chat. All right, look at that badge, man. You're up to the red badge. Thank you very much. Big shout out to Peter. That's a sexy looking badge. Honestly, I can't wait for FPL to be back. But I've been looking at the signings and I'm just concerned that we're going to be so bad this season because Liverpool have already signed literally a half a new team. And so have, Man City have signed 5 players. Chelsea are going to do their usual nonsense. It's going to be bad. Yeah, well, I mean, like, surely we don't see too much of Luke Shaw next year. We got that new bloke coming in that people are like going, oh, he's a new signing, but he's not because we signed him in January. He's only showing up now. I think he's like Diego Leon, or I don't even know how you say his name. I'm just thinking about Diego DeLone going, oh my God, if I have to watch him play at right wing back again this season, I'm going to shoot myself. I'm not. Take that out of YouTube. Just cancel that comment. Forgot number 7, Mount. Mate, the people just making off. There's a reason why we're in such a bad financial position. Because we have a team of people that are rinsing the club for all the... Sancho literally doesn't want to go to Chelsea because he's not going to get paid like what he's getting paid at Man United. He's turning down Napoli and Juventus because the dude is a mercenary. He's like going, if I just sit at Old Trafford, it doesn't even matter if I play this year. I'm going to get paid £250,000 a week, which is about 50,000, probably 100,000 more pounds a week more than he's going to get at any other club. So I think Sancho will actually just sit there and be quite happy to go and play with the reserves for the season, or just not play at all, collect his money, and then go for free and probably get a signing on bonus somewhere next year. He's never going to make the same money he did as at Manchester United, but that's 100% going to happen. Hopefully the sound isn't lagging. Let me double check a few settings really quickly. Bear with me. I have to quickly go back into Streamlabs to check this out. It should be all right, I think, touch wood. It might just be the internet connection, but I could be wrong. Actually, let me have a listen to the sound really quickly myself. No, the sound sounds all right. Oh, Hoyland. Oh, mate, it just keeps going. I actually think, I don't even know, Hoyland wants to stay as well. Don't even get me started. I'm already depressed about the season, and we haven't even started. All right, sound isn't lagging for you. Brilliant, fantastic. Honestly, I could talk about Man United's disastrous pre-season already, but that's just a story. I actually could do a 3-hour talk about that, no problem at all. We have been god-awful, and the fact that we've signed one person is just not good enough. All right, Guy. All right, let's have a look at a few things. Let's go back to Man City. So I've got Foden in there. I think Foden starts. I'm quite happy with the defence. I think the defence is okay. We could put Edison in goal. Or we could get, I feel like we could put Edison in goal. He could be all right. But hold on. What's he done? Has he played all the games? Oh, okay. So he played the first game. Didn't play the second one. Oh, dear. And he played the third one. Does he get pep related? This is the problem of manual subs. I could sit there. I can't pick a Man City player. They've got to, get rid of him. He's no good. I can't pick him. I legit can't pick him. It's not possible to pick him. All right. We've got everyone down there. What's going on here? Have I accidentally clicked some clubs? No, I haven't. Oh, I know what's going on. I put something in there. I was like, all right, let's have a look at, all right, forward against Real Madrid. This dude is not doing anything against Real Madrid, surely. Di Maria, I mean, the card was pretty hot on Benfica causing an upset, didn't it? What did it reckon? All right, so the card reckons Benfica's beaten Chelsea. I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible. Imagine if I just got that wrong, like massively wrong. Check Ain't Nori. Ain't Nori starting on the bench 100% this game. Put money on it. Put money on it. I can't trust him. Can't trust. Ain't Nori. He's probably going to be owned by like 50% of the comp. Oh, only 13%. That's interesting. I thought it'd be a lot more. So he started that one, started this one, didn't start the Wydad Casablanca game, and they're playing Al Hilal. I just think that he gets benched. I don't know what's going on. Pep Roulette is just, I don't want to take it on. I don't want to be playing players that aren't playing. And I feel like he's a risk. I feel like Haaland and Foden are due a start, which is why they're pretty good. They're good value, I think. Who else is there? Let's have a look. Let's get rid of them. Alex Tellez. I mean, lots of people are not picking Alex Tellez because of the fact that, actually, they are picking him. 16.5%. I mean, he's been pretty good. How did he get 7 points there? He only played 65 minutes. 68 minutes. He's actually a pretty good pick. He only plays 60 minutes. He's like a Trent Alexander-Arnold, but he plays for Botafogo. That's actually pretty mint. I don't mind that. I actually don't mind that. Ramos, he's not going to do anything. He's actually been really good, but I don't think he's going to do anything. Did Chelsea beat Benfica? That's the question. I'm not sure that Chelsea beat Benfica, you know. The card reckons they don't. I'm here for it. Koeman. Who's this guy? Oh, no, can't go that. Svensson. Svensson's been pretty good for Borussia Dortmund, but he's owned by, like, everyone. I still can't believe I had him in my team and I picked Sul on match day 3 wildcard because he was under 5% ownership, but I had Svensson in my team and then I was like, I wish I'd left Svensson in. I would have got 14 points. Sul didn't even play. That's how good he was. He was rubbish. Foden, Hakimi, Jair, Musiala. Musiala's literally done nothing at all except come off the bench. He's got to be due a start, surely. Forward, Igor Jesus. I don't mind that. I don't mind that pick. I just feel like there's got to be better options this week. Ruben Neves, Tubin, Vlahovic. Has he been playing, Vlahovic? Oh, he has. He's actually scored twice in the last 2 game weeks. 2 match days, sorry. How good's this? Oh, no, hold on. No, I don't know who that is. I could just be making that up. Ignore that. That's nonsense. Carlo Mani, it plays for Juventus. They're getting knocked out. Can't pick them. Koulibaly, getting knocked out. Fernandez is in at the moment because I think Chelsea are going to win, but the card reckons Benfica's going to win. Do I back the card? All right, is the card pissing me off? Yes, no. All right, yes, it's pissing me off. So ignore the card. We're going with Chelsea recruits. Now, should I stick Cole Palmer in just for the laughs? Just stick him in because we know he's going to do nothing, just so I can sit there and be like, why did I put him in the team? Like, why did I put him in? I feel like potentially I might just whack him in for the fun. Wallace Jan versus Bayern. Wallace Jan. Let me have a look at him. Wallace. Oh, yeah, there he is. Well, the card reckons that Flamengo are going to beat Bayern. They beat Chelsea 3-1, but then they drew with Los Angeles Football Club. Like, what is with these? Fairness, they didn't need to win the game. All right, because they'd already beaten Chelsea, they'd already beaten Espinzo, so maybe they took the game a little bit easy. But Los Angeles Football Club finished bottom, and they didn't beat him. It was a bit, but he played. Hold on, he only played 19 minutes in that game. Wallace Jan. All right, hold on. What did he play in the other ones? Let me have a look. So he didn't. I'm not picking him. He's only played 24 minutes. He's literally played 24 minutes in the I tell you, no, 27. My bad, 27. Well, he's a pretty, considering he's only played 27 minutes in the whole tournament and he's got 18 points. That's pretty damn impressive. That's probably the highest points per minute ratio in the entire competition. Well done. What a spot. I can't pick him though. All right, let's have a look. Who else should we go for? How much money have I actually got? So I've got 25.4 for 4 players. All right. I think maybe we will go with, I want a goalkeeper that's going to keep a clean sheet. What are the ties again? Let me have a look. I feel like PSG, I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste a keeper spot on PSG though. That's the problem. And Borussia Dortmund I don't trust from a bar of salt. I really don't know who else to pick for a goalkeeper, to be honest. Like Man City, potentially, it could go Edison, but Edison could easily be rotated, and it could be Ortega in goal. This is the problem. Like, it's a hard one. Esposito is the best differential forward. Let me have a look at him. All right, Esposito. Espo. Inter versus Fluminense. Am I looking at the right one? Hold on. 4 million. He only cost 4 million? All right, is he on the bench? He played 83 minutes. 45. Oh, okay, so he's a bit of a rotation risk as well, though. So he didn't play the first game, played the second one, 45 minutes, started the third game. That's problematic as well, I reckon. All right, check Ben Ishami. All right, let's have a look. Ben Ishami. I'm all for checking these guys. All right, so he plays for Borussia Dortmund as well. 3.9% ownership. He played 90 minutes. Played 90 minutes. Played 90 minutes. So if we think Borussia Dortmund are keeping a clean sheet, which is quite possible, maybe we get rid of Garcia, just get rid of him. We'll put him in. I'm happy to rock that. Maybe we just go all in on Borussia Dortmund, keeping Monterrey out. That's possible. And then we could go for, where is their goalkeeper? Let's go to, yep. Okay, whoops. Get rid of that. Don't need that. Let's go to goalkeeper. Cabell. 11 point. Man, all the goalkeepers are owned by like more than a high percentage than what you want. Well, the ones that you think you're going to win anyway. So he's kept 2 clean sheets. I think probably he's the other goalkeeper, isn't he? Just whack him in. Where is he? There we go. Cabell. All right, so Borussia Dortmund, triple defense. I like it. 47 minutes. 47 minutes. I need a midfielder and a forward. Now, I could just spend up here. I've got 19.7 million. Let's clean that off. And we're back to all right, let's just go to get rid of the goalkeeper. Get rid of the defender. All right, midfielders and forwards. I mean, this is the hard one. I would expect Mbappe probably to be back by this game, surely. Maybe we just play Igor Jesus. I mean, he's 4.1, and then I'm not going to spend all my budget. That seems a bit ridiculous. Mateus Nunes, I reckon, is getting benched this week. I actually looked at Gundogan, whatever, however you say his name. So he played 24 minutes he started against Al Ain, and he was benched in the other game. So according to my Pep Roulette phenomena, what do you call it? The peppermeter. He's due to start this game, I reckon. Gundogan, whatever his name is. I reckon he's probably going to start against Al Hilal. I reckon we're going to start Gundogan. Doku. What did he do the last game? Let's have a look. Doku. Let's have a look. So he didn't play in that second game, which means I reckon he's due for a benching. So he played 60 minutes, didn't play 66 minutes, probably doesn't play against Al Hilal would be my guess. Rico Lewis is still suspended. All right, so Ait-Nouri potentially is a shout in the defence. That's definitely possible. I think Gundogan's going to start. I'm literally paying Pep Roulette. I'm going with Foden, Gundogan, Haaland, and hoping that they start. The only problem is that we get to the next round, and all of a sudden I'm going to be sitting there, and they could all be benched. Like legit, they could all be benched the next round. That's the only problem with picking Man City players. Like their whole squad, they could literally change the entire 11 and it'd be different. Guardiol, yeah. I don't think I need a defender though. I'm quite happy with the defense. Like I feel like Nuno Mendes, Hakimi are both going to start for PSG. They're both attacking. There's definitely chances for them both to get attacking returns. Barcola and Maybe getting rid of Barcola could be the play. Let me have a look at the other. Let's have a look at PSG here really quickly. PSG. And let's go to, midfielder forward. So I've already got him. Vitinha's not going to get another goal, I wouldn't have thought. Mayalu, I don't even know who this guy is. I didn't even realize he played for PSG, but apparently he does. He's been really good. Ruiz, Doué hasn't done a hell of a lot. Ramos, who plays up front, has done nothing. Dembele hasn't played a minute, so I think Barcola probably stays. Barcola's probably due a start, I reckon. No, put him back in. Just put him back in. Yeah. Revert. Leave him. So we're after a forward. 13.7. Do we just pay up and put in... Where's Real Madrid? There we go. Do we just pay up and go expect them to start Mbappe, or does he come straight back in? If he's fit, does he come straight back in? That's the question. If Mbappe's fit, how long can you be out for with a gastro infection? I don't know. I actually don't know. He could be out for a while. Who knows? Could be out for a while. Who do I like? Forwards. Where are their forwards? So we could play Garcia. Hold on. Just get rid of the midfielders so I can actually see the forwards. So Rodrigo has been benched the first 3 games, I think. Let me just double check that. So yeah, did he start? No, he started the first game, didn't play the second one, and then started on the bench the third game. That doesn't fill me with any confidence at all. Vinny has started all 3 games. Surely this is a game where Vinny's got to start against Juventus, right? You would expect him to. I think we'll go with Vinny. I think he's the one. I would like to go Mbappe, but if we don't know what Mbappe's fitness is going to be like, that's problematic. And we've got 2.7 million in the bank. Is there anyone else should I change from that? I reckon that's what I'm going to go with. I think that looks a lot safer. We bank it on Man City to win, Real Madrid to win, Borussia Dortmund to win, and PSG to win, and that will get me through with 11 qualification thingy-majiggies, whatever you want to call it. I think that's the plan. That's got to be the plan, right? Yeah. I like it. I think that looks pretty good. The only thing I would sit there and say, I've got 2.7 million. Is there a Real Madrid midfielder I could get instead of like an Enzo Fernandez? How much money would that give me? 6.2 plus 2.7 is 8.9. What are these guys worth? Oh, so Bellingham's 9.3. That's no good. He's probably the only one you want, isn't he? Like I know Valverde's been pretty good value, but you know that you expect Bellingham to start every game, right? Oh, well, I'm assuming he starts every game. So he paid 90, 74. Bellingham's played 84, 60, and 82. That's a tough one. No, why no Munich Elise? Because I think they're going to go out in the next round. Is my honest answer. I think they're going to go. Oh, actually, maybe. Hold on. Well, how much is Elise? Well, he's 9.1, isn't he? Hold on. Let's go to Bayern Munich really quickly. Where are they? FC Bayern. Elise's 9.4. If I got rid of... I'll about for the... I have Vinny Jr. He does have a yellow card already. If he gets another, he will miss the next game. Gula. Yeah, I don't know about this Gula, this bloke, but he's been playing some interesting minutes. Let's have a look. Gula, hold on, get rid of that. Gula, what's his minutes been like? Because he's probably going to be 5% by the deadline though. So he's paid 67, 59, 45. I mean, his minutes aren't very secure. That's all I'll say about him. Yeah, he could be a good pick, but it's a bit risky, isn't it? If we whack in Elise, and I still want Foden. I reckon Foden be all right there. Hold on, let's whack him in. Maybe, oops. Then I need to find, all right, hold on. These are the prerequisites. Let's get rid of him. All right, so I need 5.5 million. That's all we need, boys. I need a midfielder that's worth 5.5. All right, midfielder. Is there a way of price? All right, 5.5. Let's have a look what we got. Who looks good from 5.5? 5.6. 5.5. Cano, Freitas, Goretzka, Pavlovic, Martinelli, Redondo. I reckon we should just put Redondo in just because I love the name. Redondo. I can see Redondo scoring. Jorginho, Paulina, Hercules. What is this guy? No, he's done nothing. Ignore that. There's got to be a decent midfielder that's scored some points, surely. That's low owned. Dewsbury Hall, 5 points. Yeah, brilliant. Oh, no, that's how much he cost. He's got 3 points. Well done. Fantastic. Ruiz. None of these names are sticking out at me. I can't remember. Mateus Nunes. Well, maybe he does come in. Maybe that's the pick. Maybe we just go with Pep Roulette. Rico Lewis is out. Actually, he could be starting. That's a good point. All right, let's whack him in. Let's hope for the best. That's it. 0.6 million left in the bank. I reckon we go with that. That looks pretty good. Looks like a sexy lineup. Got the Bayern Munich pick in there. Cherky. Let's have a look at him. Cherky. 7.1 mil. Oh, okay. His points are all over the place. Played 60 minutes, 16 minutes, 15 minutes. He's probably due a start. He's probably like Foden and Gundogan. Oh my God, I can't even get his name out. Gundogan, whatever his name is, that bloke. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with him. I reckon that's it. That's what we're going with. Let's save that. So who am I getting rid of? Getting rid of Kane. Getting rid of Neuer. Piquerez. Yeah, I think that's probably a good shout. Let's do it. Let's confirm them. Hope for the best. Hope the card's got it right. I'm going to go back and change this because the card's definitely got Man City wrong. I hate to say it. It's got it wrong. Let's go there. There we go, Man City. Man City going to win, I'm telling you. Yeah. And then Real Madrid winning the final. I'm happy to keep Real Madrid winning in the final because that's what I put originally. But I'm going Man City to make it. The card's got it wrong. If the card gets that right and I've got it wrong, I'm quitting this game. I'm not doing anything after the round of 16. I'll hang my hat up and say I got it wrong. Bro, as a Man United fan, don't bring Jerky in. If bringing him in will get you the... Oh, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't bring him in either. 5.4 Mauricio Palmares gives you a player in the opening game. Yeah, I've got one in the opening game. Hold on, sorry. I've got John. Hold on, sub him in. He's in the opening game. John's in the opening game. And I think that's it. What are the fixtures? So Chelsea play tonight as well. So I need my Chelsea players on field, which I've got one. All right, so we're looking pretty good. Confirm that. I'm probably going to be asleep by the time Chelsea play. So I think I might leave Delap with the captaincy. We might start him with captain. Then, if that doesn't work out, we then go to a PSG player, which in reality is probably going to be Hakimi. We can sub Nuno Mendes on as well. Get him in. So who plays late in the day? So Borussia Dortmund play last, and so do Real Madrid. All right. So Borussia Dortmund, they can start on the bench. He can sub in for Vinny. And this guy can sub in for Anton. There we go. Confirm. System error? What do you mean? Have they shut the deadline already? What's going on here? Oh, hold on. Let's confirm that again. Confirmed. There we go. It's been updated. That's all. I think that's all we're going to line up. John, Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, Freites, Kravavigitsia, Elise, Barcola, Foden, Mateus Nunes, Haaland, Delap, Anton, Ben Sabani, Vinny, and Cabell on the bench. So Borussia Dortmund, it's either going to pay off beautifully or it's going to be an absolute disaster because I'm going to sub these guys in the last game of the game week of the match day, and they're either going to be playing or they're all going to end up on the bench. And I'm going to sit there and just be like, it'll be like when I played Guardiola captain the first match day and I ran out of captains, so I captained him. And first off, I had Dumfries with 0 points as captain, and then I ended up with Guardiola captain. He didn't even get on the pitch, and I got 0 points for my captaincy. This game is brutal. It's a brutal game. Let's put it that way. Also, have there been any transfers? Has Man United actually come out and got any news going or whatever? Let me have a look really quickly. Can't see anything there. People, all right, new follower on someone started following me on Instagram. Victor. Hello, Victor. Someone else, Aussie Oz, has requested to follow me on Instagram as well. Who's that? Some random life checks here going on. Also, is the knockout stages actually going to be entertaining? Are they going to be entertaining or not? I hope they are. I actually think I might watch some of the games. I might try and actually watch some of them. Yeah. The good news is I think FPL's out in 2 weeks' time. I reckon it'll launch on Monday, the 14th of July. I reckon. And it'll be during the school holidays. So I'll live stream when the game launches that day. Probably when it drops. Probably because I won't be working. And it'll probably drop in the morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm guessing. So I can stream straight off the bat. It'll be mad. It'll be well cool. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I've been thinking about it lots. I've been working on some background stuff as well for FPL, which will hopefully make the videos look even better than they were last year. Enzo versus Neto. Would you pick Mr. Unit? I'd pick Enzo. I'd go Enzo all day long. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Peter, you're right. Forest are actually signing. They're signing Igor Jesus, who's on the. Well, hold on, I didn't bring him in. I thought I brought him in. I didn't. They're signing Igor Jesus from Botafogo along with, I think, 2 other players. Now, I don't know who the other 2 players are. I don't know what they've done, but I know that Jesus bloke has scored twice in the 3 games they've played. So it looks like Chris Wood may not be. Chris Wood's 33, I think, this season. I think, if I've got that right. Now, his price is probably going to go up in FPL. I also think he's not going to play anywhere near as good as he did last year. As much as I love the man, I think that potentially his days could be numbered. He's 33. I mean, he's just had the season of his life. I don't think he's repeating it. And I think Forest have been quite clever with their recruitment. They need another forward. They tried to sign Wisser in January, so it makes quite a lot of sense that they're making moves to sign someone now. Is what I would say to that. Why are people sending me Snapchats at 10:30 in the evening? Go to bed. All right, half an hour till the deadline. Let's just check that they haven't already closed it because FIFA do some weird stuff. This game is actually funny. Also, how jokes is it that they randomly uploaded people's photos to the thing? Now, Everyone complains about FPL having. Hold on, let me just pull this up so I can show you what I'm talking about. Bear with us 1 sec. Oh, actually, you can't because the game's closed at the moment, isn't it? It's closed for updating, so I can't even pull up like the fact that they've got when you pull up. Actually, I might be able to pull this up. Bear with me 1 second. We're going to go into project. This is how. By the way, I'm just going to show you how I really quickly put together my YouTube graphics for my thing. So. Here, really quickly, this is what it normally looks like. So you're going to see here. So this is what Mark Cucurella looks like in the FPL app. Hopefully this will show up on the screen in a second when people say, yeah, there we go. So that's what he looks like. That's the FPL version when you click on a player in the FPL app. Now, if you go to the FIFA one, it's actually really funny. So if I look up Cucurella, let's go to transfers really quickly and go to Cucurella. I just want to show everyone how bad the way they've done this. So he's obviously there, right? But they literally chop him off. Like there's no shirt. It's like neck, shoulders, and face. That's all you get in FIFA. They literally. It looks kind of weird when I pull the thing out. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It doesn't look anywhere near as good. So good on him for updating with the actual player photos. However, what I would say to this is, hold on, go back to manage team. What happened to poor Arias? Like, did this guy not? What did he do to FIFA to not get a photo? Like, why has he not got a photo in the game? He's still in the game, and he's got no photo. Like. Did they just consider him not an important enough player to like take his photograph? Why is he a blank man? It was like FPL when Southampton sacked, who was it? Juric? And who was the last manager that managed him? And they never updated his photo. Like they never updated his photo on like the manager tab. It was just like a blank silhouette, like grayed out image thing, like poor Arias here. But Arias has been in the game the whole time, and everyone else got a photo. But apparently he was either sick when they went around with the camera and got all the players' photos, or maybe they just couldn't locate him online. Maybe this person doesn't actually exist. I'm not sure, but why is he the only one? Like that I've owned in my team that doesn't have a photo. Like everyone else has a photo. And he's the only bloke that I've seen so far that doesn't have a photo in the game. Is there anyone else that doesn't have a photo in the game, or is it just poor Arias? Like if I was him, I'd be ringing up FIFA going, oi, any danger if someone put my photo on the game in the game? What has this stream descended into? I'm talking about Arias. I don't even know who this bloke is. He's actually a no-name because he's not got no photo. I don't think he actually exists. He's just there. He's just a name that I thought was going to be under 5% ownership, and he wasn't. And he did nothing either. Did nothing as well. I want to see, actually, is there any other players in this game that have no photos? Let's have a look. Let's see if there's anyone else. So all these blokes have got photos. We'll keep scrolling. Arias, he's the only one, I'm telling you. He's the only one with no photo. Gundogan. All right, so Arias is the only one so far. Is he the only one in the game with no photo? If he is, I feel so bad for this guy. What did he do to FIFA to deserve this? Everyone else has got a photo. This is actually ridiculous. I want an inquisition. I'm going to email FIFA. How do you email it? Oh, hold on. No, sorry. That guy. Who's this? Cano, no photo. Cano Arias. There we go. Keep them. Write them in the chat. They need to be emailing FIFA. Cano and Arias. Why do they have no photos? Let's keep going. Far out. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of players in this game still. And most of them have photos. There must be someone behind it. I don't believe that there's anything else. Cano, Arias. Hold on. Alvaro Montoro. That's the third bloke. 3 blokes in the game that don't have a photo. They've all got points in the game as well, which is even worse. I can understand if like it was some academy player that they didn't know, couldn't get around, they didn't know they were going to come. All right, there's a fourth. All right, well, he plays for Al Hilal. That probably makes a bit more sense. Abdullah Al Gamadi. He's got no photo either. So that's 4 players in the game. All right, here we go. We've found them all. Al Hilal obviously skipped the photo presentation because they're all Al Hilal players. He hasn't played in the game. Maybe he doesn't exist. I can appreciate that. He hasn't played a game either. Maybe he doesn't exist either. All right, so this guy here as well, Al Hilal, hasn't played a game either. Then we got Samuel Soares. All right, all the blokes that haven't played a game, there's a few of them. All right, there's quite a few that haven't played a game. And they're all for like the clubs that are either South American or not from Europe. Actually, hold on. Dyer. Eric Dyer doesn't have a photo. That's because he's not even at Bayern Munich anymore. Didn't Bayern Munich sell Eric Dyer? I feel like they did. I honestly feel like they did. Maybe they didn't. I'm not actually too sure, to be honest, now that I think about it. Souza, Luca. All right, I'm going to stop looking at that. That's got absolutely nothing to do with anything. But I feel sorry for Arias. Arias actually is quite a popular player in the game, and the dude didn't even have a photo. Like, it's just ridiculous. All right, we've got 23 minutes to the deadline. I've actually run out of stuff to talk about, which is very rare for me. This is because the Club World Cup is just not as interesting as FPL. Like, I've got nowhere near as much investment in it. There's probably a sign why my rank is 35,000. Actually, let's have a look at the leagues. Let's have a look at the league. Where is everyone in the league? That's what I want to know. What position are you in? I'm actually almost in the bottom half of the table. I am actually in the bottom half of the table. Hold on, where am I? 92. Hold on, I think if we've got I feel like the last time I looked, there was only 180 people in the thing. Hold on, my leagues. Let's have a look. Go back there. Go here. 92. I'm 92 in my own league. I suck. I absolutely suck at this game. Let's go down here. I mean, there's a lot of people in front of me. A lot of people in front. I haven't even hit 200 points yet. That's so bad. 92. All right, here we go. I'm in front of these people. All right, let's have a look. Keep going, keep going, keep going. 140. 160. 180. All right, good. I'm in the top half of the table, boys. I'm in the top half of the table. All right, wow. We've actually got 191 people in the league. That's pretty cool. I didn't even realize that many people actually were watching these videos and actually joined the league. Well done. Congratulations. And I don't know how this person's on 280 points, but my God, the Yog. What a name, the Yog. What a man. I like that. The Yog. The Yog reminds me of the Pog. Yog back. Pog back. Pog back's actually landed at Monaco, I think. I think they're signing him for a 2-year deal. I don't even know what's going on there. But yeah, 2-year deal for him, I'm pretty sure. Imagine if Delap scores a hat-trick and then I don't have to worry about moving my captaincy. I could just do manual subs. Realistic. All right, let's go back and do the bracket predictions properly. I know that the card said that Chelsea are going to lose. I don't think Chelsea are going to lose, is the honest answer. I think that Chelsea win that. This Botafogo Palmeiras one, I've actually got no idea, so I'm happy to back the card in on that one. And I actually thought Fluminense were going to beat Inter anyway, so I'm happy with that one. PSG, I thought were going to win. Flamengo, I can't see Flamengo beating Bayern. Surely not. The Bayern lost though to Benfica though, didn't they, in the last match day? which put them into this side of the draw. I just don't think that surely Bayern don't lose that. Surely. I don't think they beat PSG though. I think PSG win that. I'm happy with that. We'll go with that. We've got a mixture of the card, mixture of me. Buy tickets. I wonder how much the tickets are. Let's have a look how much the tickets are for this final. How much are FIFA trying to rip people off for? I'm just intrigued. Bear with me while I look. All right. Playoff club fan tickets. Open everyone. No club specific requirements. FIFA resale, hospitality. All right, let's just go to buy now because there's heaps of tickets because they can't sell the stadiums. Let's have a look. 3.5 stars. I'm surprised it even got that. All right, let's have a look. Let's go for a decent game. Okay, Real Madrid against Juventus. Let's go there. Find tickets. That's a pretty big game, right? Real Madrid versus Juventus should be a pretty decent game. Wonder how much the tickets are. Let's have a look. All right, loading. What you need to know? Yeah, well, I have to agree, don't I? Or else you won't let me in. All right, verified resale. All right, let's go to here. Well, how much is that going to cost me? All right, I'm assuming $234. Wow. What are these pink ones? $279 for a round of 16 game. You are taking the piss. Holy hell. $426 for this ticket. You are having a laugh. $457. Is that the most expensive seat? These seats are normally the cheapest in the ground as well. That's criminal. $727 for this ticket. Row 1, section 131, right behind the goal. Like those are normally dirt cheap. Normally the expensive ones are normally in the middle of the ground. What's this one worth? $720. All right, this pink one here. $1,344. No wonder the seats are empty. No wonder the seats are empty. That's criminal. Who's got $1,300 lying around as loose change to go and watch a Club World Cup game that no one cares about? Like the players don't even care about it. The managers definitely don't care about it. It just beggars belief that does. I actually can't believe that that's how much they're charging for these tickets. That's ridiculous. $1,344 to watch a game of football when you can watch it on TV for free, probably. Or you can put it in front of a computer screen, get an illegal stream or get a Fire Stick and definitely watch it for about £50 for the year. Why on earth would you spend $1,344 to go to a game? Unless you're like Bill Gates or what's his name that owns X? Elon Musk. If you've got the money, I mean, like, by all means, go ahead. But no one is paying that kind of stupid money to go and watch the Club World Cup. I would consider paying that amount if Manchester United were in a European final. Or we were going to win the league for the 21st time and it was the home game at Old Trafford when they got the league title. I would consider paying that for those two circumstances and that would be it. Definitely wouldn't be paying for no Club World Cup round of 16, $1,344. You're having a laugh, FIFA. That is... I actually can't believe that they're trying to charge people that. What world are they living in? That actually infuriates me. Like, what has football become? We're just abusing the clientele, which is us, the fans, by making us pay an obscene amount of money. No good. This is a nice beer. The Biggie Juice is quite good. It's quite good. I think that's it. I think I'm going to lock that team in. I've got 14 minutes to waffle whatever you guys want to talk about in the chat. Just let me know what you want to talk about, and I will talk about it. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have a look at Sky Sports News really quickly. I want to see if there's been any news on. Let's go here really quickly. Let's go. Hopefully, there's nothing that's going to show up that. Let's go Sky Sports. Yep, that's the one I'm after. All right, has there been any updates that I've missed? Let me have a look. Any good news? Newcastle's Trafford talks ongoing. All right, so they're going for James Trafford. Chelsea enter Martinez race. Chelsea, they love a goalkeeper, don't they? They love a goalkeeper. They own literally half the world's goalkeepers, and they're all crap. Elliott looking to end under 21. Who cares about that? Poku joins QPR. Fenerbahce pushed to sign former Villa striker Duran. Not relevant. Bold Brentford are at it again. All right, Keith Andrews has replaced Thomas Frank at Brentford in another bold move. All right, so he's the new manager of Brentford. That could be interesting. I suppose that's kind of FPL relevant news. All right, Liverpool willing to be patient in transfer race for Newcastle's Isaac. Honestly, jog along Liverpool. You're not buying Isaac from Newcastle. I just cannot see that transfer happening. You would need 300 million and then they probably still wouldn't sell. All right, here we go. Mbeumo could join Man United after key deadline. Brian Mbeumo could be... I just seen who it's been reported by. You could just throw this... whatever I'm going to read out now is just utter crap because the Sun are non-trustworthy. They are probably the worst newspaper in the UK for transfer news. But we'll read it out anyway. Brian Mbeumo could be a Manchester United player at the end of next week, according to the Sun. No, I won't swear. No, Sherlock. Man United's second bid for Mbeumo worth 62.5 million has been rejected. The reason why it was rejected, because it was 55 million plus add-ons, which equaled 62.5. If they'd offered 62.5 million pounds with no add-ons over like 3 years, Brentford would have accepted it. But Man United they've been told this for the last 4 weeks. They've been told by Brentford that's what the fee is, and they keep going back with these stupid offers, wasting time. United enter a new financial year when the PSR resets on June the 30th, which allows the winger's fee to be included in the club's accounts at the end of next season. Wow, the Sun with some amazing reporting here. Everyone knows this, mate. United have already seen a bid worth 55 million rejected. That's what I just said, literally. I could literally report for the Sun and it'd probably be better at journalism. Will Liverpool prize dream asset away? No, they will not. I'm not even going to read that because that's just stupid. Newcastle agree deal to sign Rangers youngster. All right, okay, so Alfie Hutchinson's coming in. He's a forward. Okay, they've repeated the same thing twice. That's interesting. Norgard also is joining Arsenal. I don't know what that's about. And I think he's joining to stand on the bench, to be honest with you. Paul Pogba's Premier League best bits, yep. All right, Newcastle and Brighton are negotiating over João Pedro. So João Pedro could join Newcastle. Again, I don't know what that means for Newcastle. Does he play on the right? Because I feel like Jacob Murphy's spot is the most at risk. I want to win everything. Have Eze's ambitions changed after FA Cup? No, who knows? Semenyo to Spurs. I think I'm not interested in Semenyo if he goes to Spurs, if I'm being brutally honest. Has there been any other interesting information? Let's have a look. No, that's it. I already covered that yesterday. Let's go back to here. That's the team. I've missed nothing in the transfer. Nothing happens on the weekend anyway, generally speaking. It's normally Monday to Friday. Brentford have probably gone on the weekend holiday thinking, we're going to come back on Monday, and Man United are going to come back again, and they might finally offer us £62.5 million, which is what we've asked for the last 4 weeks. I think it will happen. I'm not concerned that the transfer won't happen. The problem is I feel like they need to get the signing done before FPL launch the game, because I feel like if Mbeumo's still at Brentford when FPL launches, they'll price him accordingly based off the fact that he's on penalties. But maybe they change his price if he signs for Man United, because we know that he's not going to be on penalties because Bruno Fernandes is on penalties. So that means that Brian Mbeumo might be cheaper if he's signed for Manchester United before the game drops. That's my line of thinking anyway, because there's no way I'm buying Brian Mbeumo if he plays for Man United and he costs over 8 million because he's not getting any penalties because Bruno Fernandes is on penalties. And that's not going to change with Brian Mbeumo coming in. So that's interesting. Also, I'm not sure about Liverpool signings as well. Like, lots of people thinking about like getting Wirtz straight off the bat, or like, what's his name? Frimpong. And Kirkez obviously signed for him as well. Like, they've got a really good team, Liverpool, and they've made really good signings. If they actually get a striker, you could argue that they've probably had the best transfer window that I can remember in living memory. I mean, Man City's one's been pretty good as well. I think Man City are definitely going to be back this season as well. I can't see them not being back. I think Man United are just so far behind those two teams. We need a miracle. We need to hope that whoever we buy goes like stratospherically good when they arrive at Old Trafford. Like, that's our only hope. And that we have like Cheeto Obi Martin, the 18-year-old that is in the academy. We just got to hope that he becomes like a Haaland, and like he becomes that good. But because we're not buying these players, we're not buying these players that are going to transform us. We're going to have to hope that we unearth a couple of absolute beauties in the thing. So 8 minutes to the deadline. Make sure you've got your transfers in. Remember, they're all free, so you can change your team as much as you want. Now, the qualification booster is an interesting thing, and I can't believe I've only waited until now to talk about this. Now, I've got mine active for this game week because I'm pretty confident. The way this chip is worded makes me think that as long as the 11 players that are on your field at the end of the game week, if they have all qualified for the next round and they're on your actual 11, I assume that's what the rule is with the chip. I'm guessing, but my line of thinking is that they need to be actually on your field, not on your bench. If they're on your bench, they've worded it horribly wrong, because it basically says players in your team who qualify for the next round will receive a +2 bonus. Now, when I first read it, I was like, oh, as long as they're in your team, like that means your team is your squad, right? Your squad of 15. And then I was like, oh, does that mean that all 15, regardless of whether they're on the field or not, could get qualification bonus? It wouldn't surprise me if that's actually the case and they've just really worded it poorly, because when it came to the captaincy, everyone thought you got to change your captain once, and it turned out you could change your captain as many times as you wanted. But that actually wasn't the case. You could only change it, the rules made it sound like you could only change your captain once. In reality, though, you could change it every single game until you ran out of players that were playing, like I did in the first game week, and you ended up on Guardiola with 0 points. So, yeah. I mean, at least they might not actually qualify for the next round. Like, I actually think Flamengo could actually do Bayern Munich. Don't know why. I just got a feeling that potentially it could happen. Yeah. I feel like the Man City triple-up's looking good. The Borussia Dortmund defensive triple-up's looking pretty good. And the quadruple-up on PSG makes a lot of sense. And then I'm just hedging my bets of everyone else. I feel like maybe I'm a little bit short on the Real Madrid coverage, but I got 0.6 mil. I don't even know who I'd get rid of, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe I could get rid of Freites, but I quite like him in there. Has he done anything? Has he actually scored a goal? Oh, he did. He scored a goal there. And he did nothing in the first game, and he did nothing in the second game, and he had the scouting bonus. I could just go, hold on, let me go really quickly. We've got 5 minutes. I love a last-minute transfer. Everyone knows I love a last-minute transfer. Let's go back to Real Madrid real quick. And Like Garcia's their second top scoring bloke and he's in the defence and he costs 4.9 mil. I don't have enough money for him. Freites actually doesn't cover it. He would have to be 0.2 million less. So maybe I don't get him. Maybe that's the sign. Or I could bring in Quartar for Cabell. But then I'm thinking that Juventus will score, right? Juventus surely score. I think they score anyway. I'm assuming they score. I think we'll just leave it. We'll leave it like that. We'll hope for the best and hope it comes in. 4 minutes till the deadline. It's going to be so much better when it's back to FPL. Also, I don't even know when the next deadline is. Hold on, let me have a look. Match quarterfinal, 5th of July. 5th of July is like a week's time. Wow, so we're back here on the 5th of July for the next round, the quarterfinals. That must be the same day. That must be a Saturday again. I think. If I got that right. 28th, there's 30 days in June. Yeah, next Saturday again is the quarterfinals. Wow, so there's going to be a bit of time in between the round of 16 and the quarterfinals. That's interesting. Okay, I can get on board with that. And then obviously the semi-final and then the final. The final's on the 14th, which is the Sunday. Let me just double check the dates. Where are we at? 14th. Oh, yeah. Sorry. The 14th is a Monday in Australia, but it's actually a Sunday in the US. Man, the US is so far behind. We're living so far in the future here in Australia. It's ridiculous. 2 minutes. Make sure you've made those transfers. I'm saving 0.6 million. I don't even know who I'd spend on it at this point, so we're just going to go with it. Actually, hold on. Maybe I can spend it. Hold on, let me have a look. I've just had this. I don't know what I've had. Actually, I know what I've had. Hold on. Clubs. No, that's what I want. Goalkeeper. Where are we at? All right. What do I need? Hold on. 5.1. Feminist. Fabio. Imagine if Fabio just dominates. That'd be pretty cool. What's he worth? 3.1%. Oh, he could be a play. Oh, no, get rid of him. I only got him in because he was under that. Quick, where's Fabio? Add him. It's quick, save. Confirm. All right, yeah, there we go. I got that in. Last second transfer. I only had John in because he was under 5% and then he went up. So I'm going with Fabio. All right, who else we got here? Donnarumma I can't have. Courtois too much money. I'm going to run out of time anyway. Flamengo, Juventus, Neuer was 5.6. He was too much money. Yep, that's it. That's all we got. All right. Managed team. That's all we need. All right. Fabio starting in goal instead. Last minute transfer in before the deadline because John went up over 5% ownership. He's under 5 and I'm backing in Fluminense against, who are they playing? Inter. Oh, that's how much I know about the Club World Cup. This is hilarious. It's actually surprising. I'm not surprised at my rank at all. I've had an absolute mare in this tournament. But there we are. It's 11 o'clock. Hopefully that means you are locked out. Let's have a look. We wait. No, it's still showing up that you can still make transfers. It's showing 11 o'clock on my screen, which means it's probably 4 o'clock in the UK and probably it's 11 a.m. in the US. I've got no idea at this point. But we'll refresh it again because it should be closed. It's still not closed. Wow. All right. Well, they're doing a late deadline. They're going past the deadline into the next deadline. By the way, when you do your transfers for the quarterfinal, you don't get unlimited. So make sure you use your transfers wisely. Don't get excited now going, all right, I'm moving these players in. You actually want to make sure that the next lot of players are actually through to the next round before you bring them in for the quarterfinals, because that would be really awkward if you made your moves early. I think, how many transfers do you get for the quarterfinals? Hold on. It should load up hopefully in a second. Let's have a look. It's still showing up. They've gone a minute over the deadline. It's still not a deadline. FIFA have cooked it. FIFA have cooked it once again. This time round, their deadline has not passed. Has anyone else seen that their deadline is still going? Or is it just me and it just hasn't loaded for me? So you get free transfers. All right, so it's showing... Oh, no. That's weird. Now it's saying free transfers are up the top. It's like the free transfers is updated, but the deadline hasn't updated. I don't know what's going on. Ah, there we go. We're done. It's finally updated. There we go. Transfers are open. You get 4 free transfers for the quarterfinals. Then I think you get 6, and then it's 8, I think, from memory. Anyways, good luck for the round of 16. That's how we're lining up. Fabio in goal, Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, Freitas stays from my wildcard squad in match day 3. Kvaratskhelia, however you say that bloody name. Elise, Barcola, Foden, Mateus Nunes, Haaland, Delap, and then on the bench to come on, inevitably to come on, Kobel, Anton, Ben Sabani. Thank you to whoever shouted them out again earlier in the stream, and Vinny on the bench. Good luck, everyone. I will see you again probably next weekend for another one of these. Hopefully by then, the Club World Cup's actually caught my attention. But until then, good luck. Hopefully you get a lot more points, and hopefully you are beating me. I'll catch you all again.